Hello and welcome to wenll Guide to defeating Iron Qon in Throne of Thunder 25-man heroic as a hunter. So pretty much this fight, the main difference is at 25% for the dogs at 25% will actually go back in the air and the phase will end. At the final phase, all three dogs, you'll have to kill all three of them. The remaining 25% in addition to the boss. So that's the main difference. The other difference is in phase 1, you will now have the wind dog come down and he'll throw whatever direction he's facing, he'll throw a tornado in that direction. So be on the lookout for that because it'll do damage and knock you back if it hits you. The other thing he does is he'll also do the lightning storm that he normally does in the second phases as well. So if you see some of the lightning storm above their head, go over and click on it. So just kind of be on the lookout for that, for the people around you with that. Otherwise, it's the same thing as he does in normal mode. He'll throw the lightning, or he'll throw the flame spear. Just get out of the way of the spear, get out of the way of the, you can see the lightning storm in front of that me. But yeah, you can see the flame spear. And you can see I actually got a tick of it from the tentacle that expanded from it. So you don't want to get a tick, because even one tick is going to do a lot of damage to you. And that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's the same as normal mode. Also, if you're in it, you might be assigned to be in the stack group, or you might not be. If you're assigned to the stack group, just stack and unstack whenever the raid calls for it. I was pretty much not assigned to be in a stack group, so I didn't have to worry about that. But yeah, normally you want to like stack and unstack. So phase 2 and phase 2 begins when the previous boss hit 25%. You're going to still have lightning storm to contend with. What's new in this phase is basically now you have something called frostbite, which will, you can see it just hit me there. Not really anything you really have to worry about that much. So that's not really that big of a difference from how it is in normal mode. Otherwise, the rest of this phase goes exactly like it does in normal mode. Just you get sucked into the center for the windstorm. Do your best to get out of it as quickly as possible. Try to disengage out of it, but just be careful when you do that you don't get into any tornadoes, because pretty much if you get picked up by a tornado along the way, you're most likely going to die. You're probably not going to be able to survive that. You do want to get the dog to 25% before he does another windstorm, because you really don't want to have to go through that twice and risk that. So you can see I got lightning storm on me, so someone had to click me out of it. Pretty much once you have lightning storm, just like in normal mode, make sure you're 8 yards or 10 yards away from everyone else. So just kind of watch your range radar. Because if you have that debuff on you from the lightning storm, you're gonna not want to spread it. So just kind of pick a spot and stay there. Yeah, you still have the frostbite happening, which isn't really that big a deal, but so it's just like la-di-da. And while all this is happening, just be careful. Still watch out for the other spear that he throws and the tentacle that comes from it. At 25%, the next dog will come. This dog, basically, all he really does is he has a shield around himself. You can kind of try to position yourself to do damage to him, but honestly, it's best if you just kind of keep the position that you had before, because you're going to need that position again in the next phase. And at this point, it's really not a DPS race. Once you get to this dog, it's more of a just helping healers regen mana, helping everyone get their DPS cooldowns up. That's another thing. Don't use any DPS cooldowns that are over 1 minute. Depending on how fast your DPS is, probably not even those. Because once you hit 25%, you'll go into the last phase and you want all your DPS cooldowns for that last phase. So just be aware of that. And still trying to avoid the spears and the tentacle stuff from the spears. So he's about to hit 25%, and we're going to get into the next phase. Now, when the next phase happens, you're going to have all 3 dogs up at the same time, each at 25% health, along with the boss. So what you want to do is you want to start out and kill the red boss first, which is Rorschach. So kill the red. You want to target Rorschach and blow all your cooldowns on him. Once he's dead, you need to kill him fast too, because he's going to be doing a lot of raid-wide damage. Once he's dead, you'll want to kill the Wind Dog, who I believe is named Quet'zal or something. But yeah, you basically want to kill the Wind Dog next. And at this point, you also need to make sure you're spread out, because he's going to be doing the Lightning Storm. And when he does the Lightning Storm, that means people are going to get the lightning debuff on themselves. So you need to be spread out for that. So once all 3 dogs are dead, actually once 2 of the dogs are dead, then the boss will start using Fist Smash as well. But the 3rd dog will die pretty rapidly. So at this point, once this 3rd dog is dead, everyone needs to stay out. Make sure that you whatever the windstorm debuff or whatever gets removed. So even if that debuff isn't on you, you really don't want to start moving in until it's pretty much been removed from everyone, because you don't want to accidentally run through someone with it, get it yourself, and then chain it onto the rest of the raid. Or get it yourself, and then even if you're fast at moving away from the rest of the raid, then you'll have to wait the duration for it to be removed from you. So but once there's probably only like 1 person left with it, it's usually safe to move in. Just figure out where that 1 person is, and as long as that 1 person isn't near you, you can move in. If you're standing outside, though, make sure when he does Fist Smash, pop defensive cooldowns, turns, healthstones, stuff like that. Once you're inside, you can usually rely on the AoE heals and stuff. And then hopefully, once you get towards the end of the fight, your defenses cooldown should be up again. So but as far as mechanic wise goes, it's not overly different from normal mode for the hunters. Really, it's just each phase ends when the boss hits 25%, and then you have to kill all 3 dogs at with 25% of their health remaining in the final phase. Kill the red one first, followed by the wind one, followed by the last one. So pretty much the order in which they spawned. And other than that, it's pretty similar to what normal mode is. So just watch out for lightning storm, stay spread out for the arc lightning debuff, and you should be good. So hopefully you found this guide helpful, and thanks for watching.
I got walk-ups during that for several seconds at a time.
Yeah, I did too. And then it finally froze it.
Yep.
Yeah, when I
Came
died, my
close.
screen froze for like 8 or 9 seconds.
So it's not just me, it's 5.3 thing. You got the